Hey everyone, welcome to Pine Grove News Live. Live from the East Coast, and guess what? It is 5:59 p.m. here, and a little chilly in the 20s. Going to get into single digits later tonight. Just check and see if we're live on YouTube, and we are. So I hope everyone's doing okay. Blessings to everyone. Let's put some other stuff up there. Let's go put our fair use warning. Okay, let's gotta make sure we do all this stuff for whatever. I mean, I'm not making any money, so I mean, even if I got hit with the copyright, which I've had before, all they do is put, their own ads on my video, and they say I don't have to do anything, just let the ads play. And so, yeah, I guess there's somebody's going to be making money. I guess not much, but they do what they can to try and just steal things from you, So, trying to think. I just busy today. Wasn't really checking into anything today. So it's just a Monday that's just gonna pass, without any real remembrance. Except some people who are going through some stuff. So we'll just get it going right away. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow. Got the impeachment trial going on. At this point, I am so impeachment out, and I'm so tired of it. I mean, I thought that this politics was, pretty bad. But you know what? I was wrong. It's even worse. It's a lot worse. And the constant wasting and misappropriating monies that they take from us. Because believe me, all the people that I speak to who receive a paycheck, who haven't seen noticeable raises or in any way affected raises, not even the cost of living. Now, some people get raises, but it doesn't even cost that, the cost of living. And I know these people do not want all this money that's taken out of their check. I mean, they just added two more, and I think we've already spoke about this. At least in Massachusetts they did anyway. Now they're taking out two more categories, and it's for the, I guess it's a bereavement act and a paternity leave act. So say you're transgender and you marry I don't know, and you come up and you adopt and make up this fake baby story. Yes, you will. Even if you adopt a baby, you're entitled to, with these deductions from our paycheck, to get maternity leave for an adoption. Husbands get their time off now too. It's not just the wives. The husbands get time off too, paid. I don't agree with it at all. I really don't. We've changed the course of America. The government did, by forcing us to get into two income families instead of one. I didn't see anything that bad. When there was one man and one wife, and one of them, brought in was the breadwinner, they used to call it, and the other one stayed home and managed, or they call it, home engineers, or however you want to label it. I thought it was going pretty good, and of course I do believe in, equal pay, equal, equal job, equal pay, that type of thing. I don't care who you are. I don't agree that just because you're a woman, you get less pay for what you do and the same thing that you do. No, that should have been taken care of, and in most cases it may have. But in any case, man, they're just taking so many deductions from someone's paycheck, and when you go to apply for a loan or maybe something like that, they always go on your gross income. Nobody sees their gross income. We live off of our net income. After the government and whoever else, governments take the money that they shouldn't be taking. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, it's just a sad state, and it's the people, the blue collars, even the white collar workers, man, they get stolen from as well. While the rich just keep getting richer just by taking it, yeah. Anyway, that's one of the things that are very, very wrong with the system that we live in. But not to worry. This keeps going on, there won't be any system. And believe me, if you've been here long enough, you've been to other watchmen, listen to what they have to say and the signs of the times, we don't have much longer. The government or whoever, this system, this economical system worldwide it's on a course to destruction. Either, and it will be done and it will happen whether somebody pulls the trigger or not. Everything is just propped up. There's nothing, really. Well, I believe that will happen, and it will also bring in this beast system. This is the, one thing that they're going to use to get their new world order. Yeah, they will stop, and it's been talking about it for years now. That they'll just put a stop to everything. Everybody, you would think that everybody, once this system breaks down, that and everything is reset. That's what they're saying, But who's it going to be reset for? Do you think the mortgage that you owe right now, $150,000, whatever it may be, $300,000, the mortgage payment that you're paying, if you think that this system went down and you start at zero, don't count on it. The only people who are going to start from zero are the ones who are already got all the money. They're just going to zero everything out and do this one world system. And they will make sure that they find those bank papers, and you will start to make payments again. You're not going to be able to start at zero. I'm just telling you, that's how it's going to work. Crazy. Yeah, because I used to, anyway, I guess I'll talk about that later. There are other, religious people in different sects, do different things. Why is Apple Inc. calling me? Wow. I feel almost privileged. So in any case, what was I talking about now? Yeah, there have been pastors and teachers out there that, in 2008, I was somewhere and they called, they're a part of the end times thing, and they put out dates and everything else. And
dental support advisor, press 1.
Wow. And let's just say that none of the dates came true. No dates ever that I've heard people put out there have ever come true. So this May 12th thing, this end of this month, the 31st thing, Give me a break, man. Nobody can predict the future. The only one who knows about the future is God, and that's it. Nobody can predict it. I don't care if you claim you're psychic or you have, satanic powers. You cannot predict the future. Even they know that they have a short time, but they don't know when it is. Yeah. Soon. Yeah. So I guess that was whatever I was saying made some sense. Probably nothing to you, but anyways, distractions, the phone call, whatever. So let's get going with the news. This is from the Watchers. Red alerts issued as a major storm hits Spain with hurricane force winds and heavy snow. This was put out today. This powerful storm, Gloria, hit Spain on Sunday, prompting red alerts for intense snow, freezing temperatures, high winds. There are fears that this could be Spain's most intense snowfall on record. Yeah, well, that's what we get, man. But these storms, they just, they just have records written into it. We've been talking about like these things for years, that things just keep getting worse. All records keep being broken year after year after year. They talk about that in Revelations, things will just start to increase in intensity and timing. And it just feels like the trumpets, I guess, once they start blowing, they don't stop. They just keep going. And then the next one's blown and the next one's blown. Till we, I guess we just build up until the last day, when the Lord comes back. Last great day. So I'll talk about snow. Newfoundland, or Newfoundland, however you want to pronounce it, pleads for military help after being buried by a record blizzard. So just about every headline, record this, broken record, broken that. So Newfoundland's premier asked for the Canadian military's help Saturday as residents of the province's capital struggled to tunnel out from homes buried by the heaviest snowfall ever recorded in St. John's Premier Dwight Ball said he asked federal government assistance, including mobilizing the armed forces after the blizzard battered eastern Newfoundland. Robert Carroll, a meteorologist with the Environmental Canada, said St. John's had experienced a one-day snowfall of 30 inches, breaking the previous record of 27 inches on April 15th, 1999, 20 years ago. I was just saying, wow, man, I wouldn't know what to do if we got 30 inches. Now, I've seen us. We've gotten, I believe it was like 24. I can remember the 2-foot storm, about 24 inches in one night. Maybe it was more. Maybe it got up to 27. Big sucker. I think we might even have pictures of one of those storms. Maybe not the 2-footer, but it was at least 18 inches. Anyway, I got to break some pictures out. Some things I want to do, I just never do. I'm just so lethargic. I constantly lack energy, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the foods we're eating, the water, even though I got it filtered, but how you going to protect yourself? I guess you can, with your shower water and bath water. In any case, things that we can look into. Also from the Watchers, eruption at the Shishaldin volcano. Aviation color code raised to red in Alaska. You can see that in the background there, lava flowing. So starting at about 9:30 UTC time, that's 30 minutes after the hour, Alaskan time, on the 19th, which was yesterday, the eruption at the Shishaldin volcano in Alaska intensified, and about 13:30 UTC time, 4 hours later, it began generating a more ash-rich volcanic plume. The aviation color code was raised to red and the volcano alert level to warning. Yeah, so yeah, we still got volcanoes out there and other ones that are waking up. We all know that, right? It's not going to get any better. But we still need prayers for all the people, all the innocents, that come in between these things. This from End Time Headlines. Trump may release the Mideast peace plan in coming days. Now, I heard that last year, or was it last year? That they might have had something in the works, and I guess they didn't end up sitting down at the table. But so here is, prophecy in the making. If this actually happens. Just remember, when they say peace, peace, and peace and safety, what does the Bible say? Then sudden destruction. That's what it says. I could look it up, but I will try that. Get that. No, I can't do 2-3 things at the same time, so let's see. We'll try. I'm stubborn too. BSTRUCTION. Yes, First Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. They. Let's go read First Thessalonians again and again and again. You get more and more every time you go and do it. I don't know if this is an update or what. It's just in the news again. I may have something else to say about it. Maybe I've already said it about these, mystery drones. And they're not really a mystery. These supposedly 6-foot drones, a bunch of them flying in formations. I mean, the headline here is, "Our mystery drone swarms lingering near nuclear missile silos." And I picked that up for this one reason. Okay, I heard, I think it was either Michael Schneider or Dave Hodges, maybe Michael Schneider more, but talking about what these drones and what they were doing, what they might be looking for. Because they kind of stay away from people and, areas where there are people, period. They're checking out more like fields and open spaces. One of those two, and I still believe it's the former, is they're looking for nuclear bombs that have been lost and or misplaced on purpose. There are many stories out there from anywhere from 1, 2 to many of these nuclear bombs, especially over there in the Middle East over there, okay, in the Ukraine and in those areas. I mean, I still think, in 2005, we have proof that now that, North Korea has nuclear bombs and the technology and testing it. I know that, speculation, I guess, through different information, that Iran has them too, but they certainly don't want to let anybody know, because I think they would probably be overrun by the rest of the community at that point. That's why they're not going to mention it. They are concentrating on their missile capabilities. Yeah, they're working on, short range, long range missiles, and even ICBMs. So in any case, these drones, they have supposedly all these government agencies that have no idea what these drones are or what they're doing. And you know what? Let's just go to history and say that some of these agencies are lying. They are definitely lying, and they're not going to tell you because they don't want to tell you, need to know basis. But what else do you think it is when you get 6 foot wide, big drones, multiple drones flying in formation? And that's what everybody's saying, that they're flying in formation and there's multiple drones at night. Okay. They have been seen during the day, but mostly at night. So to me, that spells military, some kind of military. And I even, had a thought go through my head today that what if it's even the Russians out there with drones, or the Chinese Gurkhas who are supposedly in this country, both of them. The Russians up in, I guess, northern Midwest or something like that. They've been seen there. The Gurkhas are more southern United States. And then, you've got these military people who are supposedly our enemies in the United States. And I don't know if we know it or not, but if I know it, we know it. And that just leads me, to speculate on other things that may be coming our way soon. Maybe false flags. Yeah. Well, if they're listening to every word, I don't know if false flag is a flag, and they just, will shadow ban me, whatever. But I have friends that we could check on that and see whether the things goes out. I know somebody, who takes the time actually and the extra effort to abbreviate some things or not say things at all and think that that's why he's still online. I don't know about that one. Because they still, if I know what he's talking about, then they still know what he's talking about. So I don't think it makes any difference at all. They'll just use their AI and anyway, get to you sooner or later. So yeah, still have the mystery drones, that's for sure. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Hope everything's going okay, sister. So, anybody see any drones? That's what they're probably doing. And they're saying that they're lingering near nuclear missile silos, which could also be true, because we have them out there in the Midwest and who knows where else. They got it on TV, right? So it's gotta be true. These missile silos open up in the middle of open space, and they have multiple silos. But why would the drones be searching for them? That's just the crazy part. Maybe these drones, these silos, actually are the ones that hold these nuclear weapons. That's what we assume, right? That's why they put them in there. That's why they're called intercontinental ballistic missiles, and they're nuclear tipped. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe one or two malfunctioned and they're trying to find out where they are. Or maybe they're offline. Who knows? I won't. I do want to say something about the Ukrainian thing. Okay, the Ukrainian commercial airliner that was supposedly shot down by the Iranians. They have some video, some stories out there. It's not on my laptop, but I do have it on my PC over there. and I just want to go reference it. Yeah, it was, who was it by? It was put out there by Zero Hedge. Okay. I don't have it with me, but it was put out by Zero Hedge, and it talks about, um, that the AA battery gun was hacked, supposedly, and the Ukraine jetliner its transponder was turned off. And not just once, the transponder, but multiple times. Why, I don't know. I mean, was that hacked? Who knows? I mean, that's the speculation, and they call it speculation. But they do know that the airliner, its transponder went off and on. They do know that the AA battery was hacked, and I don't know. They're using that as a reason, one of the reasons why this person fired the missiles, because of this hacking. And all I'm saying is about this whole thing is, if your AA batteries, your defense systems are vulnerable to hacking, get off the network. Go solo. I mean, why do you have to be on a network? You could make those things separate so they're not on a darn network. I don't know if this was put all together so you can go and hack them and cause trouble and create chaos. I mean, that's who Satan is. That's who the devil. That's what he does. He loves creating chaos. And if you make the system, and think that we can't shut off from it, that we're all bound to it, the World Wide Web, we all are connected and we have to stay connected. No, we don't. We can definitely turn it off. Just like the AI people, we can turn the AI off. The AI is not going to grow arms and hands, and of course it may take control of some robot somewhere, but you can unblock it. Seriously now, you really can. Don't let them play with your head that way. You could shut the whole thing off. Even Elon Musk says that. He said, don't get into it and don't rely on it so much, but yeah, you can just turn it off. I mean, really, people think that you're not going to be able to. It's a machine. You can shut it off. It has an off button. It doesn't become self-aware. It's not. It's artificial intelligence. It's not real. It's artificial. I hope you know the difference. In any case, this was on FaithWire. Woman snaps incredible viral photo of a cloud of Jesus with his arms outstretched. And there's the photo. British woman had captured this remarkable photo of a cloud that appears to depict a heavenly figure looking down on the earth. And I have, of course, that's what she saw. I do see, a Christ figure, and it looks like Christ on the cross, actually, with kind of like a serpent wrapped around it, kind of like that thing that stood up in the desert with Moses, kind of like what he made there to kill the serpents, to cure them of the poisonous bites, anyway. So, in any case, it's a fantastic photo. And we all, I guess, can get our own little interpretation out of it. I mean, it's like looking at ink blocks, right? Ink blots, splatters of ink on a page. I don't know if I actually had to go and do this while I was in elementary school. I guess they thought I was special. So they show you the blots and you tell them what you think, what the first thing that comes to your head, I guess. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And that's just very weird that Apple called me. That's who called me. I have it right here, that number. Apple Inc. called my phone. I have none of their products. I'm pretty sure I do not. Maybe they want to give me something. But anyway, this title right here, social media outrage after Apple's Siri calls Israel a Zionist occupation state. Yeah, maybe this Apple thing is calling my phone to hook up, and maybe, you know, because I am wired in, unfortunately. And if we let them do this 5G stuff, I mean, we already use Wi-Fi, and we have these frequencies. The ringing in my ears is very annoying. And I guess it's from these frequencies. It's not just the what do they call that? Tetanitis or something like that. The ringing of your ears from listening to too much loud music when you're younger. That's what they try to tell you, but it's actually this frequency. Go to stopthecrime.com and go look that up. It's one of the symptoms. I'm surrounded with the Wi-Fi here. I turn it off. I'm wired in wiredly, but my box is right underneath my desk, which supplies the rest of the house. So it really doesn't matter if I turn it off or not. It's still on. And we let them get away with this 5G thing, man. They'll be beaming it down from space. I might even have that article. Yeah, right here. Here's an article from the Activist Post newspaper. FCC broke environmental law by approving SpaceX satellites to blast 5G and Wi-Fi at Earth. Yeah, SpaceX, you know, Elon Musk. That's his rockets. That's his satellites, I believe. Of the hundreds or whatever it was, the big number they were planning on putting up there at one time. They're talking about this in articles before, but just beaming the 5G down into some like collectors on the ground and then just beaming it out from there into areas where they designate. And AT&T, go look it up. I might even have it still. Yeah, I do. AT&T has a map out there of where this 5G is already. Let's see if I have this map. Well, I have the AT&T provide US. Yeah, well, where is it? Where are the darn maps? Well, it's in this link. I don't have time to look for it right now, but it is in this link because that's why I saved it. It says it in there somewhere for the maps. It'll tell you, you know, the color codes, the density of the 5G and where it is in a neighborhood where near you. Yeah. So about this Apple Siri calls Israel a Zionist occupation state. This is what Siri was calling Israel when asked a certain question. And there was a big to-do thing against this. And Apple had to actually go out there and change the answer to that question to just Israel. Yeah. So this Siri's built-in voice said, the question is, who is the president of Israel? And Siri pulled up Reuven Rivlin's Wikipedia page, and she said it is the president of the Zionist occupation state. And so everybody got pretty much in an uproar over that. And so Siri now replies with just Israel. I don't know why. The question is, who's the president of Israel? And Israel is not the answer to who's the president of Israel. Anyways, crazy stuff. And it gets even worse. Where is this? Something here. Yeah, here's another app. This is also from the Activist Post. An app warning. This is an app for your phones, whatever your PCs. I guess for your phones, because that's what it's made for. I mean, I guess you could put it on a laptop if you got cameras on it, but like I do. So this app warning, with one photo, strangers can find your information. I mean, your name, your address, and other things by just taking a picture. So you're walking down the street, you see somebody, for whatever reason, you take a picture of them, put it into this app, or have the app open already, however it works. I don't know how it works, so I'll never get it. Just don't need things like that. And so the app is called Clearview. Clearview. It allows the users to snap a photo of anyone. Once that's done, the person who took your picture will have access to all your information. So privacy is now all but obsolete, man. So address, discover your name, address, and other details. And they don't say what that is, but yeah. I mean, if we complain that, these smart TVs, 4K stuff, all your smart appliances, they are out there to take all your information, your habits, things you like, don't like, and not only to focus ads to you specifically, but to know everything about you. Kind of like, what was that name of that movie? What's his name? Tom Hanks? No, not Tom Hanks. What the heck? Guy who played in with that airplane. Oh, I can't remember these movies. I should know them all. But the something report, where it goes into the future and it predicts whether you'd commit a crime, or according to the movie, it goes into the future, sees you doing a crime, and goes back, before the crime was committed, and arrests you so you can't do the crime. Just crazy stuff like that. This is what a lot of this data collection is about. And so, yeah, that would be crazy, huh? Someone knocking on your door saying, yeah, you're under arrest for committing a murder in 2029. Meanwhile, obviously it's 2020 and it's January 19th, or I'm sorry, January 20th. Yeah, so there you go, man. Just tell you how really strange and weird things are becoming. So, this thing we need. Of course, there's so many viruses out there now, and pestilences, and not just measles and Ebola, and I mean, here you have this Chinese thing. Of course, they're always got something going on in China, but this is kind of an update to that. The Chinese authorities confirm 136 new cases of the deadly virus in 48 hours, though. And remember the ones that, I guess there's 3 of them that actually died now. A couple of them are in critical condition. They're calling it a coronavirus, I guess. Health officials at the Wuhan, China, have revealed that 136 new cases. This mysterious strain. Lately, man, every time they come out with a different strain, there's always a mysterious new strain. Yeah, same thing that the flu does. Every year, it morphs, it moves and creates a new strain of itself. Kind of adapts, I guess, and that's why a lot of the antibiotics are just not working for these new things anymore, because they're mutating and becoming new strains. So this coronavirus, 136 new cases. Let's see, bringing the total in the city to 198. Let's see, 2 more in critical condition, as I said. A further 33 cases among newly diagnosed patients are classified as severe. All of the patients are being kept in isolation. Yeah, except for the doctors, right? So here's the symptoms. I'll make sure I get this in there. The first symptoms were mostly fever, cough, or chest tightness, because I do believe it's a respiratory illness. Cough, fever, chest tightness, and shortness of breath. Kind of sounds like the flu, doesn't it? Probably is a strain from that. That probably is the flu. I don't know what the coronavirus is. I'm not a biologist, chemist, anything of that. Just me, just a plain old blue collar worker, worked construction for many years in different aspects. That's about it. Advising anyone coughing or sneezing to wear a face mask to prevent the spread of germs. Yes, be respectful, please. I mean, a lot of people in China do that. Gonna have to do that in work from now on because they have many bouts, especially the elderly, of colds, flus. There's always the flu going around where I'm working in one building or the next. So that's why a lot of times we wear gloves. You know, I'm in contact with these elderly all the time. In any case, so pay close attention to the symptoms such as fever and cough. Seek immediate medical attention when such symptoms occur. Yeah, and they're talking about health officials said they've been carrying out medical observations on hundreds of people who came into close contact with those diagnosed to date, and no human-to-human transmission has been found. So far, the outbreak appears to be centered, but I have this other article. Hold on, here's an update right here. Okay, it says that it is human-to-human now. So this one from the Daily Mail, also reported from End Time Headlines. This mysterious virus spreading between humans as 14 medics catch killer infection after treating patients. So not only was that upgraded, 198 people and 3 dead, 2 in critical, but now all these 14, I don't know if it was all 14 medics. It just says 14 medics catch the killer infection. And I don't know what the mortality rate is on this. I mean, 198 people, 3 dead, 2 in critical. I don't know what 5, what do you do? Say 205, what is it, 20%? 20% mortality rate at the moment. So China's confirmed that this new SARS-like virus, it's the same thing. It's this virus. I mean, they're talking about the same thing. They may have mentioned it differently. I don't know anything about but they talk about the same amount of people treating. So anyways, here we go. Virus has killed 3 people and spread between humans. The country's National Health Commission team said 14 healthcare workers had caught the respiratory virus while treating the patients. 2 patients in southern China also caught the virus from infected family members, according to local media. They had not visited Wuhan City, where the outbreak is centered, and where it is believed to have come from an animal source at a seafood market. So apparently they've got ground zero, this Hunan wholesale seafood market in Wuhan City has been under investigation since January 1st. The scientists scrambled to determine where the virus has come from. Well, if it's there, it's there. But there is now affirmative evidence that the pneumonia-causing virus could be passed from person to person through coughing, sneezing, and or other bodily fluids. Yeah, so there's, I don't know, obviously these stories sound the same. There's a couple different things that are in it, but same amount of people basically. Here's a total of 222 instead of the 193. Yeah, and they still talk about the 3 dead, like the other one. So I don't know what's going on. You have both articles. Take a look if you want, but just be careful. You know, we always got to be careful. Yeah, it's getting to the point where you really do have to go around and carry some kind of disinfectant for your hands. And if other people, I mean, other people they're just disrespectful if they're going to go around sneezing and coughing, or even go shopping while they're doing these things. If they know how easily these things are spread, and anyway, they should know the history. Just be respectful and stay home. Call up a friend, call up a relative to do your shopping, or get whatever. Common sense, right? You don't want to. I don't know about you, but I know me. I wouldn't. If I had a coughing in the morning and I went to work and I started coughing, and it only takes one other person. And if I got something and I give it to them, and then a whole outbreak starts, and people die, I would never be able to live with that. It would be dreadful the rest of my life. But people don't think like me, and they don't think like you, the people who are watching these videos. No, they don't. They don't have any respect for anybody else. We know that by the signs that we learn here and out there in the world. So with that, everyone, that's about all I got for tonight. Oh, and the Antifa terrorists is a no-show, supposedly, at this Virginia Pro 2A rally. Deep State backs down in presence of overall patriot presence. Everyone was predicting, or some people were predicting, I can't say everyone, some people were predicting that there'd be all kinds of hell breaking out and violence, and because it's a pro-gun rally, the skinheads and white supremacists and the Antifa and all those people would show up, and they'd be just total chaos. And so far, nothing, just a peaceful protest, and that's it. So it is Monday, yep, beginning of the week. Every time I say that, the week flies by. I hope it does. I just look forward to my 2 days off in a row, away from this stuff. And so with that, everyone, I hope that you have a nice evening, an awesome evening. I'll see you Wednesday, Lord willing. And Godspeed. Peace out, everyone.